A common trick that manipulators or propagandists or anyone who wants to control someone and the way they believe use is to take an issue and raise it to the height of importance within the group, collective, or individual. For example, one of the common tricks of racist is obviously to, on any side and in any race, is to point out the flaws of the past interactions between the races, obviously instigated by the other side and focused on the other side, which already is to ignore interactions going both ways. Not that one side may not be heavily on the aggressive side compared to the other. That's not the point. It's just that there's already some form of screening, of selective showing of material. But next comes the camaraderie or bonding through the points of commonality. So again, for race, it would be the assumption and the presentation that your race is the greatest factor of commonality in distinguishing friend or foe, or whether someone can comprehend you or understand you. So, for example, from the point of view of a black person who believes that they can trust other black people intrinsically more than white people, and there may be plenty of evidence for this. I'm not saying it's an unrational perspective, but it's not actually true. It may be true largely in a general sense, but for instance, if we take a black man and a black woman, and we compare that to a black woman and a white woman, it may be true in certain situations, and in many situations, that the two women have more in common than the man and woman of the same race. So saying that the same sex, that gender may be an actual bigger distinguishing factor, first of all, amongst points of commonality and shared interest and being able to understand each other, than race. But this is to largely illustrate that between any two people and in any interaction, there is a host of parameters of similarity and difference, of commonality and shared interest and conflict. So, for example, with drug addicts, we often find groups of crack addicts or heroin addicts hanging out together, congregating, all races, no racism, no concern about that, because they don't care about race. They only care about the drug. So for them, the drug is the factor of commonality, is the only thing that matters. You either do the drug, have the drug, or don't. So all of these things are substratums or slices of human consciousness, or possible perspectives one may have, coming from unity, meaning the true point of commonality we have is our intrinsic unity in our oneness of being, meaning that all energy in the universe is connected and one, that infinity itself can't be divided, that all souls are part of one larger oversoul, that all the energy here is one biosphere and interrelated and connected like one being. That's our point of commonality, our true unity. Any cause or ideology, from race to political affiliations to religious, that you lock on to as your identity will lead you astray from the truth. Love and light be yours.